They thought the invasion was over. They were wrong. For years, the last remnants of civilization huddled in an underground city, powered by a massive reactor, their only light against the eternal darkness. The surface was a wasteland, but down below they had found peace. A fragile peace, it would turn out. It all started with a flicker. The city lights began to fail, and the Corex reactor, the city's glowing blue heart, started pulsing with an ominous black energy. Lexi, the lead engineer, was the first to notice the anomaly. Staring at her scanners, a cold dread washed over her. "There's something inside the core," she whispered to herself. Something alive. As if on cue, the entire cavern plunged into darkness. The artificial sky, a vast ceiling of projected light, tore open. But this wasn't an attack. There were no ships, no alien armada. It was a rift in space itself, a swirling void of absolute nothingness that hung over their home like a hungry maw. Panic erupted. Citizens screamed and ran, their short-lived security shattered. Even President Thunderjaw, a bastion of strength who had seen them through the first invasion, looked up with a grim expression he hadn't worn in years. These ships were different, larger, darker, a horrifying fusion of organic flesh and twisted metal. And then, a familiar face appeared on the view screen. Zyron, the alien commander they had defeated before. But his usual arrogance was gone, replaced by pure terror. "You fools!" he cried, his voice trembling. "You have awakened him." The void expanded, and a colossal silhouette began to take shape within it. A form so vast it defied comprehension. A voice boomed, not through speakers, but through the very fabric of reality, shaking the foundations of the city and the minds of everyone within it. "I am Vorath the Eternal," it declared, a sound like grinding galaxies. "Devourer of civilizations. Extinguisher of stars." The horrifying truth dawned on Lexi as she scrambled through ancient data logs. The Corex reactor, the source of their survival, was not their invention. It was built from dormant fragments of this cosmic entity's power. The meltdown that had threatened them before. It was a wake-up call. "We didn't invent Corex," she realized, her voice barely a whisper. "We found it. And we just rang the dinner bell." The battle for survival, or perhaps for a dignified end, began. Vorath didn't need ships to attack. Storms of pure, chaotic energy rained down from the rift, slamming into the city. Entire districts collapsed, burying homes and hope under tons of rock and steel. The fight was desperate, and casualties were mounting. President Thunderjaw, already bearing the molten cracks of past battles, knew this was a war they couldn't win with brute force. "Evacuate everyone," he commanded, his voice quiet but firm. General Rexford, his loyal second, looked at the impossible being in the sky. "Sir, you can't fight that." Thunderjaw glanced at a small, frightened baby dino, a symbol of the future they were fighting for. "Watch me," he said. He began his ascent, climbing the highest reactor tower to face the cosmic god head-on. Meanwhile, Lexi worked frantically, realizing their only chance was a suicidal one. Overload the Corex completely. Destroy the very source of Vorath's power on their world, even if it meant collapsing the entire city. In their final confrontation, the alien revealed the devastating truth. "We weren't invading," Zyron admitted. "We were trying to contain him, to stop Vorath from awakening." "Your reactor accelerated the process," Thunderjaw threw him aside. "Then help me fix it." In an unlikely alliance, the two former enemies combined their power systems. As Lexi initiated the final overload sequence, Vorath began to emerge fully from the rift. A being of unimaginable scale that threatened to tear their world apart. Channeling its apocalyptic energy into a single, focused beam aimed straight at the heart of the void. The President's roar was louder than the gods. The beam of pure energy struck Vorath, and the cosmic titan screamed, a sound that made distant stars flicker and die. The rift, starved of its master, violently collapsed in on itself. The remaining alien fleet disintegrated into dust. For a moment, there was absolute silence. When the dust settled, the city was in ruins, but it was still standing. The survivors, battered and bruised, slowly emerged from the rubble. President Thunderjaw lay unconscious, his body scorched. A baby dino nudged him gently, and with a groan he opened one eye. "Did we win?" he rasped. Lexi, her face streaked with tears and dirt, managed a broken laugh. "Yeah," she said. "We did." 1 month later, the rebuilding began. Not underground, but on the surface under the real sun. A new banner hung over the settlement: Dino Defenders and Daycare. Life, it turned out, was surprisingly normal. Well, a new normal. You'd see tiny dinos in a classroom learning laser safety, or President Thunderjaw patiently trying to teach a group of raptors how not to bite diplomats, only for General Rexford to get chased across the compound by 12 hyperactive baby velociraptors. Lexi was busy too, installing alien-proof baby gates on all the doors. Their first real post-apocalyptic crisis came during nap time. A curious baby triceratops found a leftover piece of alien tech and accidentally activated it, reversing the gravity in the entire playroom. Thunderjaw found himself stuck to the ceiling, yelling, "This is why we don't mix toys with cosmic artifacts." It was Lexi who saved the day, jury-rigging a juicebox-powered EMP to restore order. As all the little dinos finally drifted off to sleep, one forgotten egg in the corner began to glow ominously. But far away, in the silent darkness of deep space, fragments of Vorath's essence drifted and began to coalesce. A single glowing eye reopened, filled with an ancient, patient hunger. A whisper echoed through the void. "Evolution requires extinction." Thank you so much for watching our recap of the underground city, Extinction Protocol. It's a wild ride from dark sci-fi action to a hilarious Dino Daycare spinoff. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.